Yeah, there we go, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Passion for Cruises USA Solo Meet and Greet number 2 for
Hello, how's it going?
The May 1st Norwegian Joy Cruise. And over there, I got my finger in the right place. That would be Mr. Bucketlist. That's
That's me.
Justin.
I'm
He
not.
was checking to make sure we actually are on the air today since somebody, and I won't mention his name because it's me, screwed something up last week, and we got on eventually. So hopefully you guys have found your way and are in our audience today. Feel free to drop in any comments or thoughts or questions or anything you want for either one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Mr. Bucket List, I have to ask a specific question before we get into talking about the cruise.
Sure.
We're a live stream just started. How long have you been out of the shower?
Oh man, I wish you all could feel my hair, but I got out about 10 minutes ago.
Justin's the only man I know that takes a shower and then gets in front of the lights and is going to sweat. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But I'm glad, Justin, you smell a lot better. I can tell.
I do.
And if any of you guys don't know, Justin and I are going to have a lot of fun on this cruise. And so
We are.
there will be some laughing involved. All right, so let's talk about first thing on for our group.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to have some folks here, possibly from the that are solo on the Norwegian Joy, and not in our group, so they could be out there in the audience. We've invited them.
Mm-hmm.
We've invited some folks that may just be interested in finding out something about hosted solo cruises, what we do, how we do it, and so forth, because they might be interested in doing one in the future. And then we're going to have a little bit of a plan on what we're going to be doing come May the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So Justin came up with a plan for embarkation that actually makes a little more sense than my plan that I was roughly talking about last week. So, Justin, what are we doing on embarkation day?
Sure. So basically, we're going to follow one of my traditions that I always do myself when I do NCL cruises. So if you all don't know, for the people that they may be this first time cruising, trying to go to the buffet when you first get on the cruise ship on day one is a nightmare. You can do it if you want to, but you're going to get trampled over. You're going to see a bunch of kids. It is a nightmare. And so what I generally do, at least on NCL, is they have a really cool 24-hour restaurant that serves alcohol. It's like a pub. So, I mean, it serves alcohol. It's got TVs. And it's actually open when you first go on the ship. So on NCL Joy, this one is called it's called the Local. And they serve wings, like that pub food, alcohol, stuff like that. And so what I recommend to Chillie, we just talked about this right before the stream, is we go there on day one, basically once everybody gets on board. Now, the big question right now is what time is everybody getting on board? So, for example, my check-in time, this is not necessarily my boarding time, but my check-in time is at 9:30. Chillie sounds like his maybe around like 12 something. So everyone's going to be getting on the ship at different times. So we're trying to make sure that we actually kind of go at the same time. And then we actually go to the official solo meetup by NCL afterwards. So what we just talked about, what we decided for right now at least is we'll have everybody go to the Local at about 3 p.m. And then basically after that, I believe NCL has their own like solo meetup that's sponsored by the cruise line itself at 4 p.m. So we can all go as a group from our little solo meetup to the official solo meetup. So basically just solos meeting solos. And we can kind of walk you all over there. So that's the goal.
Now, the one thing that we don't know for sure is how the Joy does their muster drill.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the NCL cruises have switched back to the electronic. You watch the movie in your cabin and you go to a location to check in somewhere on the ship. If you need to be shown how to put on the life jacket and all that, the people can do it, and you're done. The other way, the last Norwegian ship that I was on in January had gone back to the old-fashioned way, which was a big cluster, you know what, a royal pain in the you know what. But we don't know till we get there and we see for sure. So it might be that throws a clink in the works. So if that's the case, we will have to at least try to, change things up. So.
And the good thing is, if we have a later time, like I just mentioned, so around like maybe 3, hopefully by then I would assume the muster drill should be almost over because everyone has to be on board at least 2 hours before departing. So technically 3:30. But we'll see. Like I said, either way, I mean, the actual location itself is not going to change. The only thing that may change is just the time, but we'll work it out.
All right, Hank, take over for a second, Justin. Talk about something.
So the next thing I wanted to bring up, and actually I was going to share my screen as well, is I know a lot of people had questions about the internet package and why it's not showing up. And so for those who have not downloaded your documents, I can easily show you all basically what's going on and why you're not seeing it. So let me share my screen.
The last time he did this, he cut himself off. So we'll see if he's got a handle. While he's doing that, I will say hi to Nikki. Hi to Mary Ann. She is waving to us. Oh, you man. No, we're not taking a phone call, people.
Okay.
Can you still hear me, Justin?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sometimes my phone cuts me off.
If you all look right now, basically, so this is our add-ons. This is what everyone was seeing. So the alcohol package, the dining package, excursions. I did go ahead and buy the Fire Beach Club, like I told you all. So if you have that, hope to see you all there. But obviously, the internet's not showing right now. And so, like I said, for the people who already know about this, I apologize. I'm just doing this for people that don't know. All you have to do is just go right here where it says download your eDocs. And then once it loads up, y'all don't steal my ID number, please. I don't know why it's not coming in.
Maybe because it's a screen share.
Yeah,
it might not be reading. It went away.
Yeah, I stopped sharing. So I didn't want you all to. Well, anyway, once you download your eDocs and you go in there, pretty much, I don't know what is going on. Oh, I see why. No. Once you go in there, look at your eDocs. Basically, what's going to show on there is everything that you pretty much purchased or what's is included, and you'll see the internet package on there as well. So, like I said, if you have any questions, just make sure you look at your eDocs. It should be on there. If it's not on there, then that's when you probably have an issue. Let one of us know, or just call Passion for Cruises directly to let you know what's going on. But basically, it should say 150 minutes included of internet time.
Yeah, and I have no idea yet what it's going to cost for anybody that needs to go over 150 minutes. I know I will have to, and I don't know what they're going to charge me yet. So I just have to bite that bullet when I get there, because I do. Some of you guys don't follow me. I do a daily news show. And that can be up to an hour a day. So, depending on, how much news there is and how many people are in the chat room and, all those kind of things. But yeah, so I could technically, I do that Monday through Friday. So that could be double what I'm going to have in the minutes just for that, not counting anything else that I might do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably, that'll be one of the first thing I do is upgrade that package. So anyway, Kenneth's with us up in Pennsylvania. Hey, Kenneth. All right, so that takes care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had asked a question about printing luggage tags.
Good point.
When you do the whole check-in procedure, when you do the check-in for the cruise, we are within the number of days now. So the last page of that should be to bring up your luggage tags And if you have a printer at home, especially a color printer, just print them out and you're done. You don't have to worry about that at all. So,
and then for the people that don't have a printer or just don't want to do that, you can always get luggage tags for free at the terminal. Just basically when you walk up, they're going to ask you if you already have your own tags or not. If you say no, they'll hook you up.
They'll hook you up right there and put them on. The porters outside before you even go in the building will have all your stuff tagged.
Yep.
So we try to make it a little easier on those, and I do mine before I leave. Of course, I put mine in a plastic thing to protect them too. So
me too. Yep.
Anyway, let's see what's next. What do you have anything else on your list?
I did. So as far as I know, in the actual group, a lot of people are asking questions about shows and things like that and reservations. I'll just let you all know. So this is strictly with NCL only. Because we are solos, generally they do reserve space for solo, basically solo cruisers. And so what I mean by that is, when we go to our first solo meetup that's actually through NCL, they're usually going to have a sign-up sheet, and it's going to have a couple of different things. If you want to eat dinner, if you have any tender boats, I don't know if we have any ports with tenders, but if you're doing a tender boat, or if you're trying to see a show, they're going to have a sign-up sheet, and basically you put your name down, and that basically reserves your space for that show. And so if you didn't get any reservations, if you want to do it on a different night, just let the actual host know. Now, like I said, that's usually how the experience goes. Obviously, we haven't been on this cruise yet, so we don't really know. But most likely that's what's going to happen. So if you have any reservations you weren't able to get, don't worry about it, at least for right now. Just like I said, let NCL know.
Andrea's here. Emily's here. Hey. Good evening, y'all.
How's it going?
One of the things that happened on my last NCL cruise, which was on the breakaway, the NCL agent person that was in charge of our group, of the solo group, would make lists on like number of people that might want to go to the Manhattan room, which you have to have a special reservation for the Manhattan room, even though that is a main dining room. And he would just take, say, if you had 8 or 10 people that wanted to go to the Manhattan room, he'd say, okay, y'all get in the line. We'll just go right across to the Manhattan room. And he'd take them right over and get them set up. And then he'd come back. Somebody else wanted to do the shows that night. He'd hook them up with whatever they did for shows. He was great. So what I'm told is that Joy's, the guy that does this for Joy is really good too. So
cool.
Everything's going to be really cool on this cruise. I think.
I can't stop thinking about it. It's crazy. I've already started packing. I don't know if you all started yet, but I started last night.
Oh, good Lord. I don't pack until about 3 hours before I leave.
I packed. I redid my whole wardrobe. I'm so excited. It's pretty ridiculous, but yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm one of those last minute people unpacking. I hate to pack. I hate to unpack too.
Yeah, no, I can't stand unpacking. The packing, I don't know. If you all see a little list I have, obviously I have a list for the show, but I do the same thing for packing. It's gonna be great. And so,
all right. Now, one thing that I was thinking when we were on last week, that our first port of call was Cartagena. It's not. That's like our third port. We're going to Puerto Limon in Costa Rica.
Yeah, Costa Rica.
And then we're going to Colón in Panama. I don't think we actually go into the canal, but Colón is the city right where the canal starts.
Yeah, so we don't. You have to buy an excursion to go into the canal, which I did. So, if anybody's doing that,
while we're in Colón. Okay. And then we go to Cartagena. Which I'm looking forward to Cartagena because I'm going to make up for not having my camera when I was there last time. I have a sloth to go play with. I have some peacocks to carry on a conversation with, and a couple cockatoos to argue with. And I will put that all on tape this time. Mary Ann said, I hope it happens this way for our cruise. I don't make reservation because I never know from day to day what I'll be able to do.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean, I'm being handicapped. I am somewhat in that same boat. It does look like, folks. Now, there's still one caveat to this whole thing that I know that I'm going to have a scooter when I get to my cabin, but I may also be traveling in a electric wheelchair. The only caveat to stop me from doing that is on Tuesday. It looks like I'm going to be making a little drive down to North Carolina and make sure my fat butt, and I know you people don't agree that
a new station alert has arrived.
I have a fat butt, and make sure my fat butt will fit in this wide body chair. So if that does that way, then that puppy's going to fold up and go in the trunk of my car, and it's going to go on the airplane with me when I fly from Richmond down to Miami and into the hotel I'm staying at the night before, and ride over on an Uber and ride that puppy into the cruise.
Yeah,
so I'll be able to take
deal.
it off the ship when I'm doing excursions, because then I can maybe use cabs or vans or buses, because they'll fold up and go underneath in the luggage on the bus. And I can get from the chair up a couple steps to a seat on the bus.
Cool.
I can walk that far. It's about the maximum, but that's, yeah. So anyway, that's that my butt fitting. We're going to call it a butt fitting. Is Tuesday.
Cool.
So.
I'm excited. I'm really excited because I've seen the struggles. I know, like, for example, I've seen different type of wheelchairs you have on the beaches with the really big tires and all that stuff, so you can move around in sand. And I talked to somebody because I was like, "What is this?" I went and talked to the guy. He kind of explained it to me, and then ironically, I saw you riding one in one of your videos. So I was like, "Oh man, so that is like a thing." And so I've seen the challenges, so that's really good to hear. I'm excited for you.
Yep, Emily says budding fitting. That's correct. That's what it's going to be.
And
so anyway, Marianne, you don't worry.
Yeah, Marianne,
you're going to do fine.
It's a cruise. I mean, the whole point of the vacation is you kind of, like you say, you can do what you want. So I mean, the good thing is, like I said, we're solos. So I mean, a lot of people are stressing about not getting reservations and stuff like that. Thankfully, we should not have that issue. Like I said, just make it aware to the guy. Say, hey, I really don't know, and I might want to do this, might want to do that. He'll put your name on the list anyway, just so you have a seat if you want to do it. It's not really required to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, as far I don't know what that noise was. Chillie, what was that sound? I heard something talking. What was that? Do you know? Because you were just talking.
Oh, that was. I'm using my phone, and that was the damn television station coming in. There's a weather alert. It's probably going to rain or thunderstorm or something. That was my alert from my weather station.
Okay.
Marianne says, "I'm sure I'll have a blast as a single. I fit in odd spaces easier than a couple." Yeah, me too. There's JNS Adventures. Hey, everyone. Glad to have you with us. We do. Can do a lot of silly stuff, but I promise you'll have fun.
Yeah,
we're going to carry on constantly.
You'll make a lot of friends and have fun. I promise.
I'm still going to do a 9:00 every morning. Nobody's suggested I do it at a different time. Do a coffee in the mornings if anybody is up and wants to meet somewhere in the vicinity of Starbucks. I'm not particularly a Starbucks person, but that's what they got on the Joy. Mm-hmm. So if any of you are Starbucks people and want to have a little coffee and chat about what's going on that day, that would be fun. Also, when we meet everybody at the big meetup, I'll probably suggest sometime during the week, or maybe a couple times, depending on how many people would be interested, and doing a slot pull if anybody's interested in that, where you get up, say, 20 people, and each one of them kicks in $20, and you put $400 together and throw it in one of the high price, usually a $5 slot machine, and figure out how many pulls each person gets and how much ever you win, and you can either cash out or run it through. So, I've been on slot pulls before where we won, and I've been on slot pulls where we just kept running it through until the $20 was gone. And we got a lot of play for $20 on the last one I did. What was that? That was been on. That was probably on Zandam. I did one that I just, I kicked in my $20. I wasn't doing the slot pull itself. Somebody else was. And but we played for like an hour and a half. So, I mean, each person probably ended up pulling the slot thing 20 times, maybe. I mean, I wasn't bad on a $5 a pull slot machine. So, but they can be fun. And then whatever, especially if we're going to be marrying into a bigger group. There'll be other people that might have some suggestions or ideas that some of our group might say, ooh, that sounds cool.
So one thing I do want to do is, I know it does have Spice H2O, so the adults only area. I always, so again, I'm like yourself, I'm a solo traveler, so I always do my own like little spa day. And since this cruise ship doesn't have a spa, we'll just use that. But I was thinking we can have like a meetup at the pool, at the adults only pool, like during one of the sea days or something like that. Now I will have the Vibe Beach Club, so I'll kind of be bouncing my time between the two just so I can actually get my money back. But I definitely want to do that for everyone that doesn't have that Vibe Beach Club. So that's something as well. I'll look and see. I mean, honestly, you all, I can look in our schedule, but I mean, if you all want to do that meetup where we all like chill at the pool for adults only on the second day, I think the second day of the sea day, right? May 2nd.
You have to ask me these silly questions.
I got it right
hang
here.
on, I'll go pull it up. I pulled up the wrong thing last time when I was looking at that before. So let me pull up Norwegian Joy. So, yeah, Where are you, Joy? There you are.
We got it 2 days in a row here, y'all.
Oh. She ain't painted that.
So yeah, we got 2 back-to-back days in a row. A lot of us have the drink package, so I mean that'll be a really good time. So like I said, we can just sunbathe and hang out and talk to each other the first 2 days. I'll definitely arrange that.
Yeah, Justin, we have 2 sea days in a row. You're quicker than I am. You're quicker on the draw finger than me. Boy, I wouldn't want to be in a, what do you call those things with guns where you shoot at each other? A duel.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in a duel with you. You'd have me dead before I got the damn pistol out of my pants. Chillie does scoot around to the electric wheelchair also, or are they strictly scooters? I'm actually going to have both, Kenneth. I have a scooter for the cruise, but I'm going to be traveling with my new wheelchair, assuming that I fit in it, which is going to get me through the airports, into my hotel, and then into the cruise terminal to go through all the check-in stuff without having to be pushed around in a wheelchair, which I hate because they're never big enough for my fat butt, usually in ill repair. And there's some 120-pound lady trying to push my fat, you know what, up a hill. I mean, it makes no sense. So, and then I'll be able to use the chair on excursions that, when I can get off the boat with the scooter, but I can't do anything because there's nobody has accessible excursions that I can go on with the scooter. Or there've been, out of 24 cruises, I've had 2. Out of 24,
Wow.
22, 23, 25 cruises, I had 2 accessible excursions in the last year and a half.
Wow.
So, but with the power chair, because it only weighs 50 pounds, it folds up and can go underneath the bus in the luggage compartment. It can go in somebody's trunk. It's going to be in my trunk. when I drive from here to Richmond Airport. Then I park my car and I get off site parking because of the rates. Cost me $6.50 a day. They'll have a shuttle, so I'll ride the wheelchair up to the shuttle door, fold it up. The guy can put it right up inside the shuttle bus with my luggage. Take me right over to the airport. I'll get out and I can roll into the airport and not have to, I've had to struggle in with my walker and walk 20 feet and stop and sit down and rest, get my oxygen back, and then take another 20 feet. So when you're going into an airport, that can take a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't have to go through that hassle. I won't have to go through the hassle of getting pushed through the TSA. I'll be going in a wheelchair. I mean, the same things still apply. They have to wand me. They have to pat me down. But it's, I'm 75, so I don't have to worry about taking my shoes off for TSA anymore. It's just going to be a lot to me. I'll be able to do a lot more having both the scooter and the chair. Now, for me running around the ship, I do better with the scooter because I can carry more stuff that I actually have to use, like my computer when I'm doing my shows and all that kind of thing. So,
oh yeah, I got to see him on the ship. He almost ran me over so many times on Quantum of the Seas. Oh my goodness, that man flies.
I can get going. Let's see who else is in the house. Cruising is fun anytime is with us. JNS Adventure says, y'all hit the thumbs up button. That'll always help us out. We do appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Mary Ann says, as long as it isn't Starbucks, I will join you. Well, that's all it is Starbucks. But, I mean, I'll probably have my Diet Coke, Mary Ann, because I'm the morning person. I will be up about 4 every day because I research European stuff for my show. Before I come out to meet everybody at 9, I'll have my show written and ready to go live at 11 o'clock. That's 11 o'clock my time, whatever the ship time is. Y'all have to operate by the ship time. I operate by my time.
And about that,
let's see.
About the coffee meetup. So I should be there for a few of them. Unfortunately, I didn't realize, but I have like a lot of excursions that start at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So if I'm not there, it's because I'm on an excursion.
Ooh, you know what? Maybe we don't want to do the coffee meetups on excursion days.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
People have a 7 or, well, let's see how it breaks down.
What we can do is, I mean, if you all want to get breakfast around that time, we can do that instead. Instead of doing a coffee meetup, if I want to, like a small group of us, if we have excursions or if we just want to get breakfast together. I know the local actually serves pretty good breakfast and it comes out pretty fast as well. So
you know what? By the way, those of you that have been on other Norwegian ships, the local is the same thing as Ocean's Bar and Grill or Ocean's, whatever you call it. Mm-hmm. On Breakaway, I had breakfast there probably 4 of the 7 days.
Yeah. Yep. Me too.
It was a good American breakfast, in and out, reasonably quickly. And they're good people, and they have great food, mm-hmm. for pub food. So I do like that. Kenneth says, I wish I could go with you guys on this cruise. Yeah, it's going to be an epic one.
Yeah, it is.
Emily says she did a slot pull years ago, never won. Sorry. Chillie does scoot around. Do the electric wheelchair also, or are they strictly scooters? No, I'm going to have both. And the electric wheelchair, I mean, it's a power chair as well. It's battery operated, just like the scooter is. So I'll just have 2 things to charge up. And that reminds me, I need to get, what do you call the electric plugs that are round? The European plugs.
Oh, I know.
I need to get a conversion from a European plug to a 110.
Yeah. US outlet. Yep.
Because I never have enough outlets for all the crap in my room.
I don't
Now
either.
I'm going to have a second set of batteries that I got to charge.
Good idea. So, now, one thing I did want to mention, being that we were just talking about food, so I know some of you all had asked to come and join me on when I go. So my birthday is on May 2nd. If you all didn't know, so our second C day. So some of you all want to join me on join me in Cagney's in the steakhouse, which is great. Please come. I did reserve it for either 4 or 6 people. I really can't remember, but once I get on board, I'll confirm, and then I'll go ahead and update it to however many people I want to join. But another thing I want to do as well, so I've been to this type of place plenty of times on land, but I've never done it on a ship. I did want to try out teppanyaki, and so if anybody want to do that with me, I definitely want to try that out.
Teppanyaki, that's always fun.
Yeah, I know,
and it's good food too.
Really good, yeah.
I did teppanyaki on Breakaway. As a matter of fact,
I saw your pictures. Yep, I saw that.
And I actually had a girl knife person. It was the first. I've done teppanyaki a bunch of times, but this was a girl, and she was not only she was fun, but she was really good too.
Cool.
They put on quite a show, and the food's pretty awesome.
Okay. Yeah. So I definitely want to do that. I did go ahead and book it. I think I put 6 people on there. The only thing is, the larger your group, the later they make you see to do it for whatever reason. So unfortunately, if it's a large group, I think the earliest we can do was like 9:30, which is ridiculous for dinner.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So I'm gonna see.
Well, we can always go to it's to have a snack.
And that's what I was thinking.
Run through the buffet and have a snack,
like a salad or something. Yeah. So
9:30 for dinner. I'm in bed by 9:30.
Yeah. And so I switched it to 2 people. When I switched it to 2, it was like 5. It was like you can book anytime between 5 to like 10. But then when I did 6 people, 9:30. So I'm like, what is this? But so yeah, we'll work it out. But that's definitely something I want to do. I'm trying to figure out what day I did it for. Give me 1 second. I think I did it later on in the cruise, like when there's no shows or anything like that.
Okay.
Here it is. So no, it's not day. Sorry, y'all. I know we are just a mess over here. Not that one.
Air for some reason. Now we're back. I don't know why we lost the signal. In case that blanked out for everybody, we are back. It didn't kill the live, so.
So when it comes to teppanyaki, we'll just make an event like we did in that Facebook group for the solo meetup, and we'll just confirm what time I want to go.
Okay.
Cool.
Emily says 9:30, Chillie? Yeah, no. A good friend of mine is coming from the NCL Escape, waiting for the details. While we're here, I'll just mention that at 4:00 on Sunday, that's 2 days from now. This is Friday, yeah. On 4:00 on Sunday, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Pete, the Magic Man from London.
I'll be there too.
All right, Justin will be there too. That's good. Because we're going to be hosting a NCL Escape cruise on December the 2nd. And hopefully we're going to have all the details to lay out to everybody on the deal. So that's going to be Sunday at 4:00 Eastern Daylight Time.
And for that cruise, you all, unfortunately, I can't make it because I'll be doing a theme park tour outside of the state. But if you all can't make it either on that cruise, I'll be hosting a cruise as well for my YouTube channel on a different cruise line, though, on Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas, 5-night cruise from Miami. It goes to Jamaica and Haiti, 2 of my favorite ports. So I'll give you all some options. I definitely recommend NCL Escape. But like I said, if you all need some other options, I'll be there as well doing it. Mine is on December 17th, so a little bit later on in the month, but the same month.
Yeah. All right, and then I'm doing a little Alaska cruise in August. Passion for Cruises Solo is going to do an unhosted Alaska cruise. I believe it's on the 20th of August.
Yeah, it's like
somewhere like the 20th.
Has the details?
And I don't remember the ship, quite frankly. It's a Norwegian ship.
The Spirit.
The Spirit, Norwegian Spirit. That's correct. And then my group cruise is on the 27th on Sapphire Princess from Anchorage back down to Vancouver. Just letting you know what's out there in case some of you may be interested. But the main thing is what we're all going to do on May the 1st.
That's the big one.
That's coming up close. So, anybody have any other questions or comments or thoughts?
I think we're
Emily
good.
says will ask us what she wants to do. Well, come on and book it.
Yeah, we strongly recommend Alaska. I mean, like I said, Chillie and myself were on shared. That was my first time. I'm sure you've been there plenty of other times, but that was my first time, and I was blown away. And so I can't wait to go back.
Yep.
And the weather is really, the weird thing is, just don't think you're gonna be cold the whole time. I mean, there are certain times where we were sweating. It was actually pretty hot outside, so make sure you bring a good variety.
Yeah, and then there were times when we were frozen.
Yes. Yes, y'all.
Man, were we frozen. There's Fran's with us. Looking forward to you both on the 1st.
Yeah.
Fran, good to have you here. We're looking forward to meeting you too. In case you missed the early part of this,
yeah, we answered a lot of your
we're going to meet
questions,
at 3:00 on deck 7 in
the local.
The local. I'm stuck with Oceans now. It's the Joy's version of Oceans. So we'll be there. Just look for the big fat guy on either a scooter or a wheelchair. I'm not sure which I'll be on there. Probably the scooter. And of course, this handsome fellow next to me, he's going to be running around whatever.
Yeah, the friends. So I know
will probably, there may be an adult beverage involved by the time we get to the local.
There will
maybe.
Be. There's no maybe to it. Yeah, I'm not even a big drinker, but I plan to drink quite a bit on this cruise because I haven't had a drink packet since 2020 before the pandemic. So this time now having one, I'm not gonna be drunk, but I'll be pretty tipsy. So just be prepared.
Yeah, Fran, that is correct. 3 p.m. deck 7 in the local, and look for a big fat guy with a drink in his hand. That would be me. We're on deck 7. Okay, it's between the casino and the theater. So it's actually toward the front of the ship, and you'll probably have to go through the casino. And then you get to, well, I guess there's probably a front bank of elevators too that you could come back the other way. We're coming from midship, I'm saying. You'll go through the casino, and then the next, I believe, let's see, you from the middle, you got the casino, and then the local. Yeah.
I'm trying to find on the deck plan so I can share the screen. Am I not on the right? I'm on deck 8. Okay. Hold
on.
on.
There's elevators on the aft of the ship, and there's elevators. It looks like there's elevators come right up in the middle of the local.
Mm-hmm.
So the front bank of elevators probably comes up right into the local on deck 7, and it's actually between the Joy Theater and the casino.
Yep. So if you all can see my screen here, there's a local right there.
Let me see if I can. I might have to pull that up, add that to the thing. There we go.
Okay. So this is the map right here. Like he was saying, so the casino's right there. So pretty much in the back of the middle of the ship. The local's right there. And so the cool thing is, I'm not sure if it's the same thing with this local, but usually the local almost overlooks the atrium. So you kind of get like a little show, plus you can eat and stuff. And so I'm pretty sure that's how this one is. I just don't see the words atrium anywhere. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But yeah, we'll definitely, like you asked, Fran, we'll definitely do a reminder to let people know. And I'll also update that other group as well for our event, because right now it still says like 1 or something.
All right, very good. Thank you, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, deck 7. Will you send out a reminder about this? Yes, we will.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully, if everybody does come by the meeting there, we'll get your room number, and so if some of you will have phones at work, I just got a humongous bill where I didn't put my phone on airplane
shoot.
mode.
Okay.
It's the first time I've ever had a really bad bill on my phone bill for that. I'm not sure why, but I got a humongous bill that I had to pay today.
Woo.
So I've got to be more careful with the airplane mode when I'm on the cruise ship. So, which means that I've got to do the switching back and forth from my computer to my phone. And
I hate doing that. It's so tedious. Oh my goodness.
I like cheating, but I have to have the airplane mode off to cheat. So, and basically, folks, I have my phone and I use it as a hotspot and operate my computer off the hotspot.
Okay.
Now, maybe I can do that and just take a chance on the hour that I'm doing my shows. But then I use my computer a lot more than that. I don't know. Either that or just pay the damn bill and not worry about it. So, all right. What else you got, Justin?
That's it. That is it. I think we're good.
All right, it's a Friday night. I may have to go fix an adult beverage. I have not had an adult beverage in this house since I got home.
So if you all are interested, tomorrow I'll actually be at Daytona International Speedway. I'll be driving my first NASCAR tomorrow. I'm doing that at 12 p.m. So if you all watch my YouTube channel, you'll see that probably come up on Sunday. So watch out.
Wow.
For it. Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I did that once upon only. It wasn't one of those. I actually did a couple laps around there. It's scary when the first time you go into 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And you see how much of a damn bank there is, and you've got to be going like
a certain speed, 60,
180 miles an hour, or the car will flip.
Yeah.
It'll roll over. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
that's going to be a thrill. I hope you've got some way figured out that you can film this. So
yeah, I bought the video package, and I drive a sports car, so I'm used to going fast, just not doing it legally on the track. Don't say anything, but I'll be doing that tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited.
You drive a sports car?
I can read it after.
I have to drive an old man's car that'll take wheelchairs and scooters and crap in the trunk.
I don't have
no sports car for me. Do you actually drive a stick?
Yeah,
you have to drive a clutch and everything.
Yeah, I have a 2-seater Nissan Z.
Sweet. I used to sell those things.
Yeah, I only have a trunk. It's such a sports car, so yeah.
Once upon a time, I sold Datsuns, Triumphs, and Jaguars.
Oh, okay.
And that was back in, good Lord, that was back in the late 70s, early 80s maybe. Back when they first went from 240Z to 280Z.
Okay.
And Datsuns were still B210s when I was selling them.
I love it. It's a fun car. It's a good car.
Hey, Mike's with us. You guys are going to have a great time. Wish I was with you. We wish you were with us too,
Thank
Mike.
You, Mike. Thank you. And
Fran, Mike's one of my regulars from over there on the other side of the pond.
Okay.
So Mike is up pretty late, or are you getting up early in the morning, Mike? Let's see. It's what time is it? It's I'm at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. It's 1 a.m. So Mike's either up late or he's up early for tomorrow. Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Katie's up there in Polk Canaveral. In Orlando. I'm going to be going out of December on the Norwegian escape out of Port Canaveral. Oh, Mike says he's up late. Okay. Well, I don't feel so bad that it's not tomorrow for you yet. If you're up late, then you're probably enjoying this about as much as we are. So anyway, I'm going to go fix an adult beverage, Justin.
Okay.
I will think about you tomorrow at Daytona, and I will definitely look forward to you getting that puppy on the air.
I think you'll like it. I've been looking at the videos, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. Let me answer this last question from Fran, then we'll drop off. So Fran asks, are we going to do another YouTube before 4:30? I mean, we can. It'll probably be a shorter one, so we just confirm all the details. It just depends on Chillie's schedule. So I mean, I'm going to drive to the port that morning, so it's not a big deal for me. When are you flying in?
I'm flying in on the 30th.
30th. Okay, so that is Sunday night.
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday night I fly to Miami. So
if you're available
actually,
to
Sunday morning I fly to Miami. But
because what
about that Friday night?
Yeah, let's do that. So that Friday night we'll just do like a quick recap.
7:00 on the 20. What's that? The 28th.
28th.
I don't have a calendar in front of me. My calendar is my camera.
Okay.
Friday, the 28th, we'll do a quickie little thing just to go over everything we know, and what we don't know we'll guess at. And other than that, you'll claim that we were lying. And that's okay. You can do that, Fran. You can just come up and smack us. You told me something wrong. So anyway, Emily would do that. Emily would walk up and just smack me just for the sheer sake of her being able to do that and say that she's done it. Kenneth says it was probably the Uber guy using your phone. Yeah, isn't that the truth? For those of you that don't know, the reason that I couldn't film me and the sloth in Cartagena was because my Uber driver had knocked the camera out of my bag, and I went on the cruise without my phone, and I about died. 17 days without a phone. I was jonesing for my phone when I finally got back to Fort Lauderdale and had it delivered to me at the airport. What a trip.
Y'all, imagine if Chillie was a teenager right now without a phone. Oh, this man, he'd probably be in jail. I can see him just going crazy right now. Like,
oh, I couldn't stand it. That was awful. That'll never happen again. I'll promise.
Oh,
that damn thing's going to be tied to my neck. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap this up for this another happy Friday. We'll see everybody on the 28th. And Justin, you might put that on all the sites.
Yeah, and I'll stream.
We'll do another live stream. We'll call it the final U.S. Solos meet and greet.
That's it. Cool.
For the May 1st cruise on April 28th. That's kind of close.
Yeah.
Some of our people may be traveling by then.
That's true. It's okay.
But we'll do it on the 28th, guys. All right. Emily says I could smack you in Alaska. I really want to go. Well, I just get on the website, Em, and put your money down. We can do it. Marianne says, see you later. See you later, Marianne. Thank you for being here. Thanks all of you guys for coming. As always, we got to act a little silly and do some silly regular things too and get some information out. Look forward to seeing everybody on May the 1st. Justin, thank you as always.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. Good night, everybody.
Bye.